So what can you do to make sure that they are safe? And what are the kids learning in school? Caroline Allams is the co-founder of Natterhub, which teaches kids how to stay safe online. Hiya, Caroline.
Hi there, Liz.
I was a bit worried when I heard about this, but partly because producer Matt had been telling me that he'd recently tried out Snapchat, and he's been on TikTok as well, and some of the things he's seen on there that kids would have access to is quite disturbing. What do you think about the state of it at the moment and how much safety there is in place?
It's a really complex issue, and I think everybody's coming at it from different angles. There's not one simple, clear solution, and as you've already mentioned, our priorities with keeping children safe online. I think it's important for any parent to remember that the internet was never designed with children in mind. But it looks as though that the way things are going, that we're still going to be responsibilizing children with their own online safety. That is, of course, unless the age verification technology is really spot on. So it's really concerning. But I think there's still so much that we can do as parents and as teachers to prepare our children for this environment.
What do kids currently get taught?
Within schools, it's now part of the compulsory curriculum that children are meeting a group of standards and targets to be safe online. But I think one of the issues is that teachers are very busy, timetables are very full, and it's difficult really to prioritize the issues, the gravitas of the issues that we're seeing with children being online, with that being reflected in school timetables and curriculum. So absolutely, teachers are doing their best to make sure that children have the knowledge and that they need before they venture online. But I think it really has to be a community effort to ensure that parents are properly engaged, that teachers are engaged, that children are really being able to understand, that they're able to understand that the internet requires what we term a healthy fear, that they need to approach the internet with caution, and that there needs to be clear boundaries of behavior, expectation, access, all of those things.
Okay. I mean, younger children, I suppose, tend to just use, they're not on social media. They tend to, perhaps, like my youngest, use YouTube. He loves watching sciencey videos and gamers on YouTube. And I assume that he's quite safe doing that because I know that's what he's watching. But when they're on YouTube, are there things that can pop up? And can you stop them? Are there things that would be unsuitable, even when they're watching stuff made for kids?
I think the of course there are, as you've said, there are so many positives to children being connected, being online, accessing great content, and there are, there's absolutely a place for technology for good and all of those positive things, and we really want children to be able to thrive online. It's not enough just to be safe. I think the risk of children being on the internet unaided, which they so often are, is that they may start off with good intentions of watching those sciencey videos and gamers explaining new approaches within Pokemon. But I think what children naturally do is that they will click out of things when they lose focus, or they lose interest in something, and it's very easy for them to click into uncharted territory and end up in very different spaces. And it's difficult for them to perceive, as young children, it's difficult for them to perceive whether they're going down a dark path or not. And then once they're in, you can't unsee inappropriate content. And I think what's really, really important is that we are creating a dialogue with our children about what they are doing. And one of the things that we also say is really encouraging parents to be as close physically as possible to our children when they are accessing the internet, just keeping one ear or an eye out of what they're looking at, what they're watching, who they're talking to, who they're interacting with, the kind of behavior that they're demonstrating when they're online. All of these things just open up a conversation and an access where parents can still parent their children digitally as well as in real life.
Okay, thank you, Caroline. Caroline Adams, who's the co-founder of Natterhub.
The world